What's the future for Donny Schatz and Tony Stewart Racing in the midst of a very difficult season? We'll talk through that, plus Monday results and a lot more. Let's go. It's Tuesday, July 4th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is Dirt Tracker Daily. Happy Independence Day out there. If you are celebrating today, please be safe with your activities and fireworks. We're currently on the road to 25,000 YouTube subscribers, so if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. At the moment that I'm writing this, we are currently at 19,450 subscribers. Subscribing to the channel is free, as is subscribing to the podcast version, and it will always be free. If you do that, that helps the channel out. Make sure you don't miss any future episodes. Also, today is the final day for the Dirt Tracker merch coupon code. You can use code FIRECRACKER at checkout to get 20% off your order. That is good until 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight. I am sold out of hats currently, but I do still have some sprint car and late model shirts. There's stickers, there's koozies. Shipping is free for U.S. buyers on orders of $20 or more, so hop over to shop.dirttracker.com. If you order today, I will pack and ship today. All right, let's get into today's show. I wanted to talk a bit about what's happening with Donny Schatz right now on tour with the Outlaws and kind of go stream of consciousness about what the future is for the Tony Stewart dirt racing empire. It's not a secret that Schatz is not where we've come to expect him to be. His last championship season was 2018, and it's been a slow, steady decline since then. Second in 2019, third in 2020, and fourth each of the last 2 years. And along with that, we've seen the continued rise of Brad Sweet, plus David Gravel, now Carson Macedo. At this moment, with 36 races complete in 2023, Schatz sits fifth in the standings. He's 260 points behind Sweet, and he's got Sheldon Haudenschild and Gio Scelzi nipping on his heels. Wasn't all that long ago that the 10-time champion was winning 20 and 30 races a season, and now he struggles on a nightly basis to even find the top 10. An 8th place finish last Saturday night at Cedar Lake Speedway broke a streak of 5 straight race nights where he was outside the top 10, which included a B-main exit during a Huset's prelim night. During Schatz's last championship season, his average finish was 4th. He had 22 wins in 72 races and 67 top 10 results. That's 93% of races where he was inside the top 10. This current version of Schatz is nowhere near that level of performance. He does have a pair of victories this year, but has only finished in the top 10 in half the races, and his average finish is 9.57. We haven't seen an average finish like that from Schatz since way back in 2002, when it was just his 6th full-time Outlaw season, and he ended up 7th in the standings. It would also be several more years before he would even join Tony Stewart Racing, as he was still driving his family-owned car then. His frustration has been evident at times this year, which included rare public comments to Flow Racing's Kyle Madden back in March. He said, quote, "My job is to drive the car and do what I can, give some feedback. Some days I'm giving feedback and they look the other way on it. At some point, that's got to change," unquote. Besides that, there are lots of race fan theories about why the team has struggled, including blame for the Ford engine development program. But I'm guessing it's not that simple, that an engine change here would just suddenly fix everything. And things look like they were maybe turning around in the month of May. They had a strong swing through Ohio and Pennsylvania, got a couple wins, but in recent weeks, the team has seemed to regress again. And I say all of this because it makes you wonder how much longer Schatz will be somewhat okay with all of this. He's currently 45 years old, which might not sound young, but Steve Kinzer was still winning races and championships into his 50s. In the right situation, you have to believe that he could still get it done. He's had a great setup over the years driving for TSR. They've got big-time sponsors. Schatz flies in and out on his own plane. But if Schatz doesn't see a path forward, I wonder if he would look to move elsewhere. There are probably only a few teams that could make such a signing, but I think Schatz would be a valuable free agent. Which brings me to TSR specifically. Tony Stewart shut down his own 14 car a few seasons ago, and right now seems to be much more focused on the drag racing program. He's got his own top alcohol schedule, and then they have a nitro team featuring his wife Leah Pruitt in the top fuel car and Matt Hagan in the funny car. TSR was competitive right out of the gate. Both the nitro teams are in the thick of the championship battle right now, and Stewart has had success in his own dragster. Smoke does still own the All-Star Circuit of Champions Sprint Car Series and Eldora Speedway as well, although there have been persistent rumors about the future of the All-Stars and Stewart's ownership of it. I don't personally see a situation where Stewart moves on from Eldora. He's been such a great steward of the track and its place in the sport. But I do think a scenario is possible where his ownership of the All-Stars ends. And then if Donny Schatz decides to leave TSR, does TSR shut down? Do they find another driver? I think it's possible that we could see, TSR shut down the dirt racing program altogether. And I don't have any specific knowledge here. I haven't spoken to anyone at the team. This is just speculation on my part. But I don't think it's hard to put some stuff together here. Tony Stewart's support of dirt racing has been significant over the years, and he's done some stuff behind the scenes that most folks will ever even know about. It would be a significant loss if he were to make some of these changes. Obviously, only time will tell, and nothing ever stays the same forever, but I honestly hope I'm wrong about some of these ideas. Drop me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, where things stand right now with Donny Schatz and Tony Stewart. All right, moving on to some Monday Night Racing. Brady Bacon was dominant last night at Lincoln Park Speedway. He led all 40 laps from the pole, scored his 50th career USAC National Sprint Car win. Only 2 other drivers have reached that mark in their careers. They are Tom Bigelow and Dave Darland. The Macho Man has had an up-and-down season. He's trying to climb his way back into the championship fight. A flat tire with 12 to go hurt points leader Emerson Axum last night. He ended up finishing 15th and then lost the points lead back to Jake Swanson. So Swanson now leads by just 3 over Axum. Bacon is 32 out in third. Next up for the USAC Sprint Cars is 2 nights later this week at Macon Speedway. That track is currently trying to clean up and fix their facility after it was damaged in a recent storm. They've got Summer Nationals Thursday, then at USAC Friday and Saturday. Speaking of Dave Darland, on the night where Bacon gets win 50, Darland went 5th to the victory at Kokomo in the sprint car last night. He topped Colton Cottle and Cole Bodine in that one. Crowd was pumped. Nice to see Darland winning after the health issues he's had a couple of years ago. At Tazewell last night, Dale McDowell picked up a dominant win as well, leading all 75 laps of the Spring National Show. He took home $21,000 for that one. He topped Jimmy Owens and Ricky Weiss. Carson Ferguson was already crowned the Spring Nationals champion. Southern Nationals series from Ray Cook starts July 14th at Beckley Motor Speedway. So this was Spring Nationals. Now we're going to have, 10 days here, and then this Southern Nationals starts. Summer Nationals close out week 3 on Monday with a first ever stop to Lake Cumberland Speedway. Tyler Clem led 34 laps from the pole, but Ashton Winger got by him in lap traffic, led the final 6 laps for the victory. It was Winger's 4th win of the season, I think 3rd in 4 races. Secured him the week 3 Summer Nationals championship. Blake Brown was a first-time winner on the modified side of things. Because Lake Cumberland was pushed back a day, there is no rest for the teams today. They're right back at it to start week 4 at Tri-City Speedway. After tonight, they will go to Red Hill, Macon, Farmer City, Highland, and Hobstadt through Sunday. The one race we did not get last night was the Pennsylvania Speedweek finale at Port Royal. That show was rained out, but they are going to try again tonight. 15,000 to win. We'll see if Anthony Macri can close out for the week-long championship. It's live on Flow Racing if you want to tune in. That's it for today's daily. There are some shows out there on the streaming schedule today, so go check that out at dirttracker.com/watch tonight. Also, catch today's Winged Nation from MRN. I'm filling in again with Steve Post. Shane Stewart, Brad Doty are the guests. That show premieres live at noon Eastern. Can be watched on the Winged Nation and MRN Facebook pages and at youtube.com/wingednation. Hope you guys have a good 4th of July out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.